What's up, y'all? Hope you're having a good day. Hope nobody's pissed you off or going to piss you off. And if you don't have to be at work today, lucky you. If you're headed to work or have to be at work later, I completely feel for you and I truly hope you have a very passive day. Anyway, let's get to it. So, let's talk about my experiences at Five Below. Now, this is not a video to talk about my complete experiences, because trust me, I, I I've done a lot of these videos, and I keep realizing I'm still talking about the same shit, and it's like going on 13 minutes. I'm like, if this was me looking at this video, I'm not trying to be 13 minutes into this video still listening to people talk. That's just me. So I'm gonna try to cut my BS down, man. So let's just get right to it. I got me a couple of bullet points because my memory is completely jacked. All right. I ain't got everything right up here. There's a bunch of stuff wrong. I'm the type of person that has to have a routine and stick to it because, like I said, I don't know if I got ADD. I grew up in a city where they didn't believe in testing their kids for anything. So I'm almost certain there's a lot of things mentally dumb up there. Just keep it real. So, first thing we're going to talk about is communication. We're only going to talk about just a few things, yo, in this video. We're going to talk about communication at Five Below. We're going to talk about the clock in and clock out. How we do that and whatnot. We're going to talk about the dress code and phone policy. Okay, that's all I'm going to try to cover. Now, the main reason I want to start off with how is communication up there? Well, let's look at this. What is that? Sorry. Oh, look. Let me get up in this. There it is. Bam. Five Below. Got the shirt on. Why? Because I'm supposed to be at work right now. And yeah, it's a Christmas shirt and it ain't Christmas, but I don't give a damn. I was scheduled 4 o'clock in the morning like I am every Tuesday and Thursday, right? Sure, the schedule be saying 6 a.m. instead of 4. But the manager I go in with, she the one that started this 4 shit. She's like, let's start doing this at 4. We started doing this about 2 months ago. So even when the store manager puts us for 6, we still get there for 4 in the morning. Okay? Why today? I get there at 4 o'clock. No, I get there I'm lying. I get there at 3:54. Because I like to sit there and chill for a little bit. Because, yeah, anyway. Nobody shows up and it's going on 4:15. Now, I'm a worst case scenario thinker. So I'm already assuming the worst. You feel me? I send her a text at 4:10 and I go, you coming for 4, right? She sends no text. We got this. I'm gonna curse, so if you ain't into that, you can cut the video. We got this bullshit group chat for the job. Only reason I'm calling it bullshit is because I've never been a group chat person. Even when I had homies and partners and friends, I never understood the group chat thing. That's probably why they thought I wasn't really down with them, because I was like, yo, take me. What's the point is, yo? Take me out this shit. Anyway, so I even hit the group chat because I'm like, yo, fuck that. Everybody gonna get this text. I hit the group chat saying, I was not notified to not be here 4 in the morning. Even when the schedule says 6, we pull up at 4. I don't know if I will be back today. I won't. Just between me and you, I won't. I said, I don't know if I'll be back today. I'm headed home. So, you want to know how communication is? There you go. This is the one place I've worked where literally more people communicate through text than to their face. Now, this could be everywhere. This could be what the day and age is. You got to understand, though, I'm old, unfortunately, and I'm very out of date with whatever's popping at the time. I purposely out of date. You know what I mean? I already knew when I was in my 20s that once I got old, I was going to really be this way because I was low-key that way back then. So, even though, yeah, for sure, this household could use little money, could use that little money or what have you. Because, got to understand, I used to do security at that same store. for 5 years. Well, maybe 4.5, not sure. But whatever. I didn't step down till 6 months ago doing this part-time stock and stuff. But the communication wise, everybody hits the group chat when they need something. You got this one cat who's late every day. And I know that because every day he hits the chat saying, I'm going to be a little late. I need to find me a ride. And this same boy, they just turned into a manager. Yeah, and I said boy because he's like 20 or something. I don't know. 22. But anyway, so at my store, I'm not saying this is the Five Below way, because that's one thing I hate about when people give their opinion and their statement. They try to categorize it like it just mean everybody and everyone. Now, I ain't going to be that petty or that stupid. I'm talking about my specific location, my experience. That's why I don't need nobody trying to sit there and say, oh, he's bashing the company. No, you ain't. No, I ain't. I'm telling you exactly my experience. Oh, and if you could barely hear my voice, I apologize. I had got me one of them little mics that people be getting, but what do you know? I got it from Five Below and it sounded crappy. Who would have guessed? So, I apologize if the volume isn't all the way there. And I also apologize for not being a great YouTuber, you know. Maybe having all that little cute shit popping up right here to make you laugh and whatnot. Nah, man. I'm a regular Joe. I don't like people, mostly. Why do I work? Because this imaginary thing we call money. Yeah, people need that to say that you deserve to have a bed to sleep in. Shit like that. Anyway, so, get back to it. Second thing we're going to talk about is the clock in and clocking out process. Now, we have to clock in on our phone, and it wasn't like that when I first started. For years, you get a 6-digit code, that's your employee number, and you would just type it in on a register. I actually hated doing that because how many times you going to be at the register and someone's assuming you're the cashier? Because that's another thing. I ain't never been a cashier, even though I've been in the store since November doing regular shit. Nah, I've tried to stray away from being on that register. But anyway, man, I digress. I'm sorry. So you clock in and clock out on your phone, and you could do everything else on this Legion app. But this draws a problem because one, you could clock in from the parking lot, and you know we all do that. It's a radius. They done shrunk it down, trust me, because I used to be able to clock out damn near, you don't even know how far. Boy, you don't want to know. Now you got to be at least 25 feet front of the door. So, yeah, you can still do it from the parking spot. But you can also give up your shift on this app. You can slide it or some shit, and sorry, I'm cursing too much. You can slide it and be like, hey, I'm putting this up for grabs. Can someone take it? So you can literally pick up other people's shifts, even at other stores from what I heard. Now, the thing is, nobody goes about it that way. Because like I said, at my store, we have this group chat. So they hit that group chat button and be like, hey, I don't think I'm going to make it. Or the manager be like, hey, we got freight in 6 extra hours. Can somebody take it type stuff. That's how you clock in, clock out. And that's also related to scheduling, changing, and blah, 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 blah. Now, at the time when they created this app, it was a incentive behind it. Because they had also started something about where your money can now be transferred through the app. And that's when I knew something was funny. Because then they start doing this advanced payment crap. We're like, hey, if you suddenly have your money through this app, which is also for the job, then you can get an advancement on your check early. Because now we're going to show you what you get paid every day. Every day you make a certain amount of money, which I'm still kind of wondering about that. Because it'll be like say you didn't do an 8-hour shift. Say you did 7 hours and 45 minutes. It's going to show you exactly what you made for 7 hours and 45 minutes. And that's how much you made for that day. It's making me feel like it's not adding those extra minutes at the end of the pay period. I still feel like they ain't doing that shit for them to be paying you in that way. Like, hey, you can get your payment every day if you want it. And when I tell you that crashed and burned so quick, because obviously a lot of us ended up falling for that trap. You want to get your money early, shit, why not? But then it was all kind of BS behind it. And then suddenly they made it where you just couldn't do it and they wouldn't even giving you a reason. And a lot of us was stuck in a bad situation due to that. Like me. I didn't realize by no longer having my money transferred to my account through Chime, I lost all my Chime benefits. See, I didn't realize that that's what they were doing. So all that was just it was a trap, man. But that's how you gonna clock in. So if you was to work for Five Below and you get the Legion app, stray away from that whole getting paid through it. Don't do that unless you got multiple jobs and this is just some peanut job and you ain't tripping. Alright, bet. Go about it like that. So now we're gonna talk about phone policies. Now I'm gonna keep it real. It wasn't until last week that I found out that it's okay in the handbook. I didn't even think we had a handbook because this also was the first job where I didn't get a handbook when I got hired. Like, fuck. But now I saw that they had like a booklet in the back in the break room and it said the handbook. I'm like, what? So from day one, I noticed people was rocking earbuds. I ain't never worked at a retail job where it was cool to do that. Like, if you slick with it, you slick with it, but ain't nobody tell, like, you can't just wear that shit, right? But I'm peeping even the store manager was rocking the earbuds too. So I'm like, shoot, me being security, why not? So I'm rocking my earbuds, but I'm thinking it's like on some don't ask, don't tell stuff. Because every time the district manager came, what do you know? I'm taking them hoes out or whatever. But come to find out, in the handbook, it literally says that company is fine with electronic devices as long as it don't interfere with your job. Now, to me, that's crazy. Because it's one thing for people to rock an earbud if they're on the floor. But you got homies handling cash at the register with earbuds in. They got this one cat who have the whole damn joints, covering both his ears, the damn gamer head type joints, while he's counting money. That's crazy to me. Crazy. But what do you know? At this company, it's fine. Whatever. So, ain't nobody knocking you about your phone. Like, every job I had, you got to sneak and pull your phone out. Especially when I worked at Ross and Burlington and all that, boy. It used to be hard-on managers who would say it's in your pocket. Like, so, yeah, it's in my pocket. But they were like, I can see it through your pocket. You ain't supposed to have it on you. Type shit. You ain't got to worry about that at Five Below. Electronic devices, like I said, like they say, they are A-okay with it. I just wish I would have known about this for years. I wouldn't have been pulling my shit out every time I saw them old clown-ass district managers. Yeah. Can't wait to do a video about that, boy. I'm going to let loose. And it ain't going to be just the district managers for Five Below. Going to be district managers over Ross, too. Like, I've always gotten to it with DMs, man. Anyway, let me not digress, man. I'm getting a little too comfortable. So where was I? So, alright. So, that's the phone policy. And, oh, okay. Dress code. You're going to have fun with this one. So, when I was doing security, dress code was whack. It was horrible. Security-wise, they had gave me this oversized gray collar shirt, and it had very small Five Below security. And for months, I kept trying to request a smaller shirt because that thing looked this slouchy. Like, it was ridiculously big. And for the longest, they never fucking did it. Sorry for cursing. They never did it. So I started rocking my own security shirt. I started buying the black real security shirts off of Amazon. They got big letters on the back, security. And I was rocking that for years, dude. Years. And it wasn't a problem till as of late. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the security clothes. We're here to talk about what you get to rock on the floor. Now, they're pretty loose with that. Even though they definitely be like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. There's so many girls that be in there looking bummy as hell. I'm going to keep it real. They got females that don't even wear a Five Below shirt. They'll keep it covered up and zipped up with a jacket. Now, I'm an overshirt jacket dude too, you know. It just make things look better. Hide the cakes you've been eating. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna have something exposed where you can see that or whatever. But man, they got them girls in there. They be wearing Crocs, slides, like none of that shit you supposed to be wearing. But it seemed like at my store, or that store, and I mean not claim it, at the store I work at, all that seemed to be cool. They tend to switch up the shirts for you probably once every 3 months. I actually got a few here, man. So this is the traditional shirt. Like everybody and their mama get this shirt when they work at Five Below. This is like their base form shirt. No matter what time of the year it is, this is the shirt. And this is a very long shirt. Like it's very long. I never rock this one. Like I never rock this one, which is probably why you see me wearing the Christmas joint. And it's August. This is probably the most recent one because it's for the summer. Say Funshine. Yeah, okay. Captain Funshine. Safe to say that never shows on mine because I stay with the overshirt. And this is another OG one. I really like this one. It's all raggedy now, man. You can't see it, but yeah, look at that. I done hand washed the hell out of this so many times, man. So you're gonna get these type of shirts, and they're gonna tell you what type of pants and shorts you can wear. You can wear pants, you can wear shorts, you can wear whatever type of shoes you want, except for slides, Crocs, typical stuff you shouldn't wear to a store where anything can fall on you or whatnot. So what else we got to talk about, man? Clock in, clock out, I covered that. Legion, covered that. Schedule change, dress code, covered that. Phone policy, did all that, man. So I guess we are good to go. I guess I could rant for these next couple minutes because I ain't even hit 20 minutes yet, man. So if you worked at retail before, then you know what to expect. Now, if you never worked at retail before, Five Below will be a great place for you to start because they're not taking a lot of stuff serious. It's a lot of stuff that I'll be noticing that company can easily nip in the bud, man, and it'll be fixed. Cause I worked at Burlington before for a long time. That was trash. Worked at Ross. I worked at plenty of shoe places. When you didn't go to college, but you still trying to make some legal money on the side, retail's gonna always seem to be what you're gonna flock to. I didn't know anything about retail. My first job was at a retirement home, actually. And that was only because my mother worked there. I wouldn't have been there, obviously, but I was there serving food for like 2.5 years, maybe 3. So that was a given job, you could say that. Every job I had after that seemed to be retail. It was the easiest thing to do. So obviously, with me saying that, even if you're an okay person, you just didn't go to college, you just didn't do any of that extra shit, you're more than likely going to be working with bummy dudes, bummy females, people that ain't about nothing. Stealing ass people, lying ass people. With that being said, stop always going to jobs thinking you there to make a friend. Alright? Y'all gotta chill with that. First thing y'all do is want to start giving y'all numbers out. Just because y'all can relate to the fact that y'all working together. To me, that's crazy. Why so many of y'all get knocked up from a retail dude? Like the fuck? How you get knocked up by your coworker? That's crazy. Anyway, man. This is all I'm gonna do for now on this video because I don't want a lot of these to stretch out. So hopefully you got a little intel from this video. I know I could have been a lot more classy with my words. I apologize. Could have been more eloquent, as you should say, but I don't know. I'm kind of speaking out of emotions right now. At least I got me a little tablet here, man, with my little bullet points. All right, so I'm trying. All right, brought exhibit A and B and whatnot to show you. So give me a little love on that, man. I need some motivation to start doing these videos anyway, because after I did that Ross video, I actually had a good calling, like comment wise. People was like, man, we want to hear more about this and that, man. I'm just ended up getting some stupid wife and whatnot. Like, so now, you know, I got a person staying with me, and we got a cat now and whatnot. So it's just shit different, all right? It gets different when you get old and you gotta like buckle down. Anyway, I'm gonna think of more ideas and possibly come up with different videos. So take care.